You want to be specific about your goal. Let's say reaching 5K a day. I imagined the money coming into my bank account. Hey legend, how's your week been? Can you believe we're in March already? Now, that got me thinking today about goal setting and how quick the year's gone already. If you're anything like me, you start Jan with that all new year, new me jazz. And then sometimes, we're a little human and we might get a little off track. So I wanted to share what keeps me accountable with my goals on a daily basis. Are you ready for this one? Because I'm going to talk about journaling. Just over a year ago, I spent 5K to be coached by a 7-figure entrepreneur for the day. Now, you might be thinking, Sheree, what the heck does this even have to do with journaling? Stay with me a minute. At just 35, she had achieved what I thought was impossible. She's earning 7 figures a year at such a young age, well, what I think is a young age, and was still keeping her shit together. Now, when the chance came to work with her, I was booked on a plane later that day. I was all in because I wanted to know more of the woo-woo stuff that she did. I'd been following this woman for, I think it was a few years by then, and I knew she was massive on the mindset work. And she accredited the mindset work to a lot of her success. Now, of course, we spoke about strategy and she helped me get some solid plans in place for my business in 2021. But her main secret that she claims for success is journaling and future pacing. And you might have heard me say a few times before to you when we've been chatting that it is success in anything. It's 80% mindset, 20% strategy. At first, when she did mention future pacing and when I first heard about all this, I was like, what the heck, can this really work? But since implementing this about a year and a half ago, what I'm about to share, I have created a 2 and 5K day. So I promise you this stuff works because back then I was future pacing about 2K a day, 5K a day, and then it happened amongst a lot of other stuff. Now, with future pacing, it's not that Dear Diary kind of thing. I promise you there's a bit of a method to it. So right now, I'm going to share my 3 keys that I learned in future pacing. You ready for this? All right, maybe even grab a pen because this is important, hun. I promise you. So once you get clear on that one goal you're after right now, think about that goal. What is it? Is it a certain amount of money? Is it a certain amount of weight you want to lose? Is it purchasing a certain house? Get clear about that goal. And let's just think about one at a time here. So you got the goal? Cool. Now you've got to write about achieving that goal daily. And don't be vague. We get to be really clear and specific. And most of all, we get to have freaking fun with this. This is meant to be fun. It's not a practice in school, you're not writing an essay here. It's fun. You are future pacing your goal. So how does it feel when you reach that goal? And not just, oh, I'm so happy. Get really bloody specific on here. You want to be specific about your goal. So whether it's, let's say, reaching 5K a day, I imagined the money coming into my bank account, getting that notification from my bank. I get emails when things are deposited into my account. So I imagined getting that email notification that 5K a day was dropping into my bank. I imagined getting it every day. I imagine doing the money dance, which is, if you don't know the money dance, it's I love money, money loves me. You dance around, you have fun with it. And I do that every time something drops into my account. So I would do the money dance. I would get so excited. The feeling was just euphoric that I had reached this goal. I was full of gratitude for the money. Hey, Han, also, quick side note while we're here. I've never actually shared my most favorite personal development audio program with you. Hashtag awkward, whoops. But for the past year, I've been using the Power On Audio Club before bed or in those pockets of time during my hectic work day to unwind and strengthen my mindset. It's also been a really handy way to regroup while on charter or while I'm doing those hectic days. There's some epic affirmations and sleep hypnosis tracks and so much freaking more. So be sure to check it out in the link to this podcast. Now let's get back to it. I would think about what I was going to do with the money. A lot of it I put away, but I also celebrate. So I imagine going to a wonderful restaurant I was in Spain back then. I imagine treating myself to the most wonderful restaurant in Spain. And even better, I paid for my friends to come with me. Get specific. Who was there when you achieved your goal? What happened? How did you feel? How did you celebrate achieving that goal? Get specific. That is the key here. I promise you. And really feel into that. Now, so you're going to be writing about that every day. Secondly, you've got to be consistent on this. Consistency is freaking key. You want your mind and body to be so wrapped up in this vision and goal that you've got to be talking about it, thinking about it daily. Don't just future pace when things aren't going your way and you want to create something. You've got to do it on the good days as well. And this is one of my massive, massive takeaways, is doing it daily. Even though things are going great and you're heading towards your goals, don't stop future pacing. Don't stop it. I promise you, this is key. Now, so because it's super easy to get complacent and things are going well, so you think, I don't need to future pace, I don't need to journal anymore. But I promise you, daily practice is key. Last but not least, this isn't journaling, but it is part of the actual process of making everything come to light. And this was a massive key for me when I wanted to move off super yachts. I had a 2-year plan of moving into the more freelance/rotational side of yachting. Now, I would write about my dream day. I would imagine it. I would imagine the goal, how it felt, where I was when it happened, how I celebrated it. But third, and this is definitely the key that no one's really talking about, you've got to talk about it. You've got to vocalize your goal. I was telling friends, I'm leaving yachting full-time to freelance. I'm going to be working online, more full-time. This is what's going to be happening. I told everyone. So let's wrap this up in a nice little bow and recap everything. Because I promise you, once you start doing these 3 steps and consistently, your life is going to change. First of all, you're figuring out that goal. You're getting clear on it. You're writing about it. You're writing about achieving it. How did it make you feel when you achieved it? How did you find out you achieved it? How did you celebrate? Who was around you when you found out that you reached that goal? Where were you? Like, if you move countries like me, I'm always forecasting where I'm going to be when I reach that goal. Secondly, be consistent with your journaling. Journal this even when everything's going amazing, because consistency is key here. This is the one thing people don't talk about when it comes to journaling. You want to be verbalizing this. You want to be telling your friends and family that this is going to be happening. You want to tell them about your goals, and on a daily basis, not just once or twice. Be telling people, shout it from the rooftops. Post it on social media that you're going for this goal and you've got to be reaching it. Tell people, because verbalization is what changed the game for me 100%. All right, lovely. I've got to go, but it was so good to chat. I'm actually looking for a new journal right now. So if you have one that you absolutely love, writing in daily, please take some time to reach out to me on Insta. Let me know your favorite brand so I can look it up. But ciao for now.